Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Annalisa and today I'm going to be doing the library tag created by BookBuds, which is a new channel I've recently discovered because of this tag, and it looks like they are people who have a lot of fun, so I'm excited to check out more of their videos. But I saw this tag on Marilyn Maya Mendoza's channel, who is someone I also really enjoy. And so there are two sets of questions for this tag, one for if you do go to the library and one for if you don't. And I'm going to do the ones for that I do go to the library. The first question is, how often do you go to the library? I think this means physically. I go to the library once to twice a week. Less if I'm on vacation that week. The 2 times a week is when I'm reading a lot physically and I'm really requesting a lot of books that get held there at different days. Number 2, are you subscribed to multiple library systems? I'm not. There's just one in my area for citizens of the county I live in. We actually have it's a couple counties. It's called the Mid-Columbia Library System, and it covers quite a few of our little southeastern Washington towns, which is really nice because we can all pool our resources to have the most access to books. But I could subscribe to, there are a few big cities that will let you subscribe if you're not a citizen of their town, but you have to pay, and I don't want to pay. Number 3, how many of the books, percentages, do you read from the library? And I would say about 90%. I own a fair few books, probably 300 or so, and I've read probably 50% of them. While I do buy some ebooks occasionally or go on KU, the vast majority of my ebooks and all of my audiobooks I get from the library. Is about ebooks and audiobooks. Do you get them from the library, or are you on Audible or Amazon or something else? So right now I do have a KU subscription because I want to read a bunch of indie romances because I was in the mood last month and I'm kind of still in the mood this month. And a lot of indie books are not at the library. Occasionally I will get that subscription, but I don't get subscriptions for audiobooks or anything because my library has a really extensive audiobook collection, and I am almost never at a loss for an audiobook. There's always something on the go that I can find. Number 5, did you go to story time at the library as a kid? No. I have never liked being around people, even when I was a kid. My brother didn't either, and we were the most likely to do activities together because we're only 2 years apart. I'm 3 years apart from my little sister, who is an extrovert, but my mom also doesn't like people, so she wasn't gonna, be taking us to all those sorts of things. Number 6, have you ever borrowed a movie or video game from your library? My library system doesn't do video games, which is very disappointing. When I heard that other libraries do video games, I would love that. But I have checked out videos loads of times. Before streaming services were a thing, my family checked out. That's how we watched our way through Stargate and Star Trek. Was we would get sets of DVDs for different seasons and sections of seasons from the library, and we'd work our way through. And then I also got most of my movies from the library. I owned all the Barbie movies. That was very important. But a lot of other movies got from the library. Number 7, have you ever gotten fined for returning books late? If so, how do you feel about that? My library had fines up to the pandemic, and then they stopped. They were very minimal, maybe 10 cents a day or something per item, which I would rack up a lot if I check out books the way I do now and don't return them until they're a little bit late. But before that I was pretty much more careful about keeping track of the due date. Now I don't have to be nearly as careful about that. I just have to be careful to not keep it past the point where they think I've lost it, because then they will bill you for the full price of the book until you return it. And it didn't bother me because, well, back when I was a kid was when we were most strapped for money, and my mom just pretty much made sure that we returned things on time. But now that I'm an adult and I know about, you know, the whole point of libraries is to serve the poorest people, it's like, yeah, that probably was never a good idea to have that be a thing. So I think that their system now is better. Number 8, do you attend special events, groups, or book sales at the library? Yes, I attend book sales every time they have them. Number 9, have you ever given or taken a book from a little free library, book box, or book swap? I don't think I've been to a book swap, but I do give to and take from free little libraries. I really enjoy that. And then number 10, bonus, does your librarian know you by name? Yes. I think all 3 librarians in my local library location know who I am, because sometimes if like I just missed the deadline for picking up one of my holds and they've just taken off the shelf to put it back where it belongs, and I come in and check out my other holds that are still there, they'll come and bring the other book they put away back to me and let me check it out. And I had to update my address the other day, and the person there already knew who I was and also knew that the account was not mine, but she thought it was my grandmother's. It's my mom's. Don't tell my mom she said that. And then the last one is to tag people. So I know a lot of people who I follow use the library a lot. There are, of course, some people who don't have access to a great library system, where like they don't have the public funds, or they don't have good access to transport to get to the library or whatever. But I've seen a lot of my people I follow talk about using the library. So I will tag Jessica Nicole Dickerson, The Awkward Book Nerd, What Victoria Read, and Julie from Keep Calm with Books and Coffee. So thank you so much for watching. I'd love to know if you make use of your library, or if that's inaccessible to you for some reason. And also, if you'd like to leave an emoji, how about something purple? And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!